Good morning, everybody. My name's Chandy. I'm a pastor here in Harrisburg. I know many of the local people here. Is your heart encouraged being together this morning? If this context and content is new to you, I want to encourage you, explore, have conversations meet people here, and allow your heart to continue to be searching for truth in the midst of the culture that we live in, where we're bombarded by, quite frankly, lies that surround us in media and other places. So we have a responsibility as we're here. When we go from here, we have the responsibility to carry the truth in our hearts, but also engage the language in conversations to be able to navigate what is the truth, what are we rooted in, where's the anchor. It's certainly in scriptures, but also in political realities. What is the things that we have to carry to be able to handle navigating and be ambassadors of truth today? This is our responsibility. Can we take that responsibility with us as a fruit of this gathering? Well, one of the other things that we can do is to be a blessing financially to this initiative, Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast. It takes a lot of finances to be able to host events like this around the world. We have a dear friend, Pastor Odysseus, who's visiting from Liberia, and just being here last night, I knew the twinkle in his eye. I said, "Hey, are you dreaming of a JPB in Liberia?" He said, "How did you know?" "Yes, I'm dreaming of it right now." I said, "Well, let that seed settle in your heart and allow the Lord to bring it about at the right time." But it takes funding to be able to host these kinds of gatherings in places where, it may not be as easy to host something like this. We were with him in Liberia last year, and we know what it takes to do something like this. So I want to give us an opportunity today to allow not just our hearts, but our understanding that, hey, it takes a lot more to do these events around the world. We want to receive an offering now. If you are inspired in your heart and you're saying, "God, I want to partner in some way," we want to give you an opportunity. At your tables, there are cards if you want to sow in either now or even take some with you to your context of leadership in your congregations, in your churches, families, and other relationships. Let's support this. Would you like to support this movement? It's not just an initiative. It is a movement, and it has a very clear mandate. So I'm going to ask again, would you like to support a movement like this? Okay. Just like, I don't know who said it earlier, we don't have jet lag. I only drove 15 minutes. Would you like to support a movement like this? Come on, Pennsylvania. There's a QR code on the screen as well. And if you fill out the cards that are on your table, some of the ushers will come later, attendants will come and collect that from your table. I want to read from Genesis 8:22. You see, when we sow what we call seed, financial seed to something like this, we're partnering with God's specific intent and his covenants on the earth. After the flood of Noah came out, and he was so thankful to the Lord that he rescued him, and he set up an altar. And here's what God says to Noah in his part of the covenant. He says, while the earth remains, and he mentions four things. There will be seed time and harvest. This is after God says, my covenant with you will be with a sign of the rainbow all around the earth. And he says, and in addition to that, these are the signs of the covenant. While the earth remains, 1, seed time and harvest. 2, cold and heat. 3, winter and summer. And 4, day and night shall not cease. These will be signs of my an everlasting covenant with you. What's amazing is that in those 4 signs of a covenant, day and night, winter and summer, cold and heat, there are nothing we can do to change that. But there's one thing that we can do in those 4 that we get to. Outside. We get to participate in one of those things. You know what it is? Seed time and harvest. It's amazing God kept a secret in there of all three of the things he does. He brings the cold and the heat. I know we may be involved in some kind of manipulation in modern days, but it's still God who creates and holds the earth together. It's he who brings winter and summer. It's God who controls the weather of the whole earth. But then we get to participate in seed time, and we get to participate in harvest. Scriptures also say that now may he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food supply and multiply the seed you have sown and increase the fruits of righteousness. So I want to, if it's in your heart, to partner with Albert and their team and Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast to see these kinds of strategic gatherings around the earth, I want to bless it. Father, I thank you for the hearts that are here. I pray that you would enlarge our hearts in the giving, in generosity, to say, God, let your will be done on the earth, and may our seed today be part of your work on the earth. We participate in that promise of God in sowing good seed into good soil today. Amen. God bless you. Thank you for being generous. Thank you for supporting this movement.